stylish player, isn't he? You look at conventional cricket strokes. If you think they don't have a place in the T20 game, you're sorely mistaken. That's his first delivery. And when Viridi Aravind went to bed last night, that is the way he dreamt of getting off the mark. The perfect cover drive for four.
Just look at him. Took a step or two in front. Look at that drive. Perfect copybook cover drive for a boundary. Even Dipinder Singh Aire couldn't stop that. That was so nicely timed by Aravind. Opens his account with a 4.
You saw that technique, the back leg dropping down. It allows a full extension of the arms, but the balance, very hard to get across if you haven't played cricket at a good level, how difficult it is to get into that driving position and hold your shape, to be fit and strong, and have a very good technique, which is exactly what Viridi Aravind has half a stop at backward point. I think it's Kushal Bertel will keep it to just a single. The cover fielder is now gone out. Nepal under pressure really for the first time with the ball in this series.
Yes, they are under pressure because the first over went for 14 runs and the second over 6 runs already. You're talking about the balance of Viridi Aravind, Lenny. Such a balanced batting that he has. Even if he took 1 or 2 steps forward, he doesn't lose his balance while he's playing the shot.
Clubbed into the leg side. Kushal Malla will have work to do. Should cut it off inside the rope. Keeps it to 2. Yeah, and that doesn't come by accident or by chance. That is repetition over and over again. What cricket has is world-class facilities in all 7 of those Emirates now. Obviously, the main ones in Sharjah and in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai, they hit the headlines, but there's good facilities now in Ras Al Khaimah, in Al Ain, and there's cricket basically 365 days of the year. Even during the heights of the summer, they play floodlit cricket. They've got Ramadan festivals in the evening times. That will be given as a wide outside the off stump. And with those brilliant facilities, they've parlayed that alongside a good development structure now, encouraging their own born and bred youth to come through to make them one of the very best associates in the world.
Yes, absolutely, Lenny. The facilities down there in UAE are fantastic. We've been to some of those places, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Like you said, 365 days cricket. That is why they are getting such young, talented players in the scene.
Stand and deliver. Too easy for Mohammad Waseem with that offer from KC, and well, it's bludgeoned away, isn't it, by Waseem? He looks already like he's on one. I know he's only been in there 4 balls. Too easy for Mohammad Waseem.
That was short and wide. It was asking to hit. If you want to bowl that kind of length, you have to have a sweeper outside the circle there in the boundary. But if he strays onto the pads, you know Mohammad Waseem, he's going to flick you, he's going to pull you. This is a trophy they're playing for. Look at that, it's a beautiful trophy.
Swing and a miss. He's going to get away with it because he's played it, not given as a wide. 2 overs in the books, 27 for 1.
वर्कआउट सँगै चाहिन्छ डाबर हनी जसले पूरा गर्छ हाम्रो फिटनेस रुटिन।
डाबर हनीमा छ एन्टिअक्सिडेन्ट र मिनरल जसले तपाईको फिटनेस रुटिन कम्प्लिट गर्नको साथै तपाईलाई राख्छ सधैँ फिट र यङ।
डाबर हनी स्टे फिट फील यङ।
नेपाल टेलिकमको 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ। स्पिड, टेक्नोलोजी, कभरेज, रिलायबिलिटी, अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार।
hardest Nepali bowlers to face because he surprises you with his pace.
Yes, he's a very nippy customer. To be honest, I've played against him in the domestic leagues as well. Way back 7 or 8 years ago. He's a very skilly customer, and his hand action is very quick. That is why you don't realize that the ball comes very quick to you. Look at that again.
Spent much of March and April, probably into May and even bits of June and July, talking about Nepal's issues with their death bowling. I know it's only 3 games in for them to this triangular series and the few games played in the Asian Games, but it looks like they've managed to find some answers with the likes of Kami Karan KC and then also Dipendra Singh Airi being used in that role a bit too.
Yeah, talking about death overs, we have a death over specialist, Avinash Bora, who can bowl Yorkers at will. So even Dipendra Singh Airi can be he's a very smart customer. Surya Tamang yet to get a chance.
Inside edge, and Fortune easily could have chopped that on. Yeah, would love to have seen Surya Tamang get a go actually. I thought he was so brilliant earlier this year in the Nepal T20. And from just hanging around with the team after the Hong Kong game, watching him have a bowl in the nets, or out in the square it was, he was really impressive. Was he very fortunate there not to chop on to his off stump. See there the batting consultant that's come in to join Monty Desai. Leading edge now, is this going to be a chance? There's a fielder in place and it's taken. It's the big one. It's Mohammad Wasim who goes, and Sampal Kami continues to prove his worth. It was just angled in. I think Wasim has probably looked to whip it into the leg side, but he's turned his bat too early and Gulshan Jah holds his nerve in the deep.
Yes, Mohammad Wasim trying to close his bat too early, like you said, Lenny. Got the leading edge. You can see that. Look like he's going in. Ball and in-swinger there. Surprise Mohammad Wasim. A very smart catch taken by Gulshan Jah there. It's a big relief for the national side of Nepal. Mohammad Wasim back in the hut. Goes for 8. UAE 28 for 2.
माया विश्वास र थोरै बालापनको साथ मात्र यति कुरा याद राख कि म्याजिक ल्याउनलाई सबैभन्दा ठुलो कुरा नै एक अर्काको साथ हो। Burzel Silk, breathe easy. यो ग्ल्यामरस छ र घाउको भित्तालाई पनि प्रोटेक्ट गर्छ ब्याक्टेरिया, भाइरस र पोल्युसनबाट।
रोस्टार प्राकृतिक तत्त्वहरूको गुणसहित नयाँ आकर्षक ब्यागमा यसले तपाईँको कपाललाई राख्छ ड्यान्ड्रफ फ्री र चम्किलो अनि राख्छ तपाईँलाई अलवेज स्टाइलिश एन्ड कन्फिडेन्ट।
Prostar for my man.
Clipped away. It's going to be 4. Fine legs up in the circle. Not the right line from Kami, who did profit with the in-swinger to Wasim. Maybe just getting a touch greedy. Wanted to do the same to Asif Khan, who gets off the mark immediately with a boundary.
Yeah, Nepal will have to think about that, bowling a right areas to Asif Khan. They should remember that Asif Khan got the 4th fastest ODI 100 against Nepal in the Cricket World Cup League 2 earlier this year.
It was a rather surreal day, that one, because it was a packed house. But the entire TU ground, even though it was a must-win game for Nepal, they stood to acknowledge Asif Khan when he got to the 100. Takes on Rohit Paudel for the quick single. And he's going to get home, and he'll pick up an overthrow as well. I think Dipendra Singh Airi did enough to probably save 3 runs, but it'll be 2 to the total. And at the end of the 3rd, it's 34 for 2.
म्याङ्गो अनार र मिक्स्ड फ्रुटको साथै अब 2 नयाँ स्वादमा लिची र गुआभा पनि तपाईको फेभरेट रियल अब नयाँ ट्रेन्डी पेट बोतलमा।
टेलिकमको 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ स्पिड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि
नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार घाम पानीको लुकामारी खुसीका हरेक क्षणको तयारी पियु र सिलिकन प्रविधियुक्त बर्जर वेदरकोट लङ लाइफ घाम पानी छेक्छ 10 वर्ष टिक्छ
Berger Silk. Breathe easy. यो ग्ल्यामरस छ र घरको भित्तालाई पनि प्रोटेक्ट गर्छ ब्याक्टेरिया, भाइरस र पोल्युसनबाट।
Ashley Giles or Ravindra Jadeja. I know for a fact, Paresh, you'll have been watching the India game last night. Virat Kohli, a force of nature.
Yes, I think you can say that. The king, Kohli. You can't say him the god because the god is Sachin Tendulkar. So I think he's the god's son.
Yeah, it was quite remarkable last night. Not altogether too far south of here either, is it? Dharamshala, it's got its own views of the mountains. I don't think as spectacular as the grounds here in Kathmandu, but definitely a very, very pretty ground, the Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association venue that briefly was interrupted by fog last night, bizarrely. But Virat Kohli did it almost single-handedly again last night as India broke their hoodoo by beating New Zealand in the Cricket World Cup. They've beaten New Zealand for a long time in an ICC event, but they have remained perfect and look very much like they're not just set for the semi-finals, maybe set for the grand final in Ahmed. Kushal Malla back bowling, good to see that.
Yes, it's good to see that. I think Rohit Paudel has underused him in quite certain. Good to see that he's bowling, he's coming in the power play to bowl and doing a good job, to be honest. Have you ever seen, Lenny, a fog disrupt the cricket game?
No, it was very bizarre, wasn't it? I hope it's not something we ever see here. Although maybe if we saw it here, it would mean that the floodlights will have been installed, because I don't think you're going to get fog during the day, are you? So maybe it would be a good thing. You'd love to see that. I know Paris Kadka, the new secretary of CAN, the former national team captain, was talking us through it. He thinks the tender's going to go out soon. Be quite something to see that up at the TU ground. Day-night games, allow people to enjoy their cricket in the evening. Good tight start for Malla. Only 2 runs come from it. 37 for 2.
Only you know what's important to you. For food, Food Mandu. घाम पानीको लुकामारी खुसीका हरेक क्षणको तयारी पियु र सिलिकन प्रविधियुक्त बर्जर वेदरकोट लङ लाइफ घाम पानी छेक्छ 10 वर्ष टिक्छ
Globe Superhero को साथ चमकीलो दाग अनि ताजा सास
So Cammy's going to continue into his third over. That is the new batting consultant, Nandan Hanmant Fadnis. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He's come up from India, someone who Monty Desai's done quite a bit of work with down south of the border. And I think Monty, by his own admission, he doesn't see him just in a batting role. He sees him out and out there to help throughout all of the squad, all of the team.
Yes, good to see that there's a batting consultant hired by Cricket Association of Nepal. This time around, Sompal Kaim is bowling well. He's just bowling in the good lengths, 2 dot balls in this third over and the fifth over of the innings. 37 over 2 after having a very good start. Nepal pulling things down. In the air. And drop shot. It was a very good effort by Kushal Patel.
Yeah, good diving effort. Just trying to get a left-handed, and then Kushal Malla was deeper at what's a really packed area. There's a backward point, then what's really a second backward point, and a third fielder too. This would have been spectacular. Great effort, and then just the one bounce through to Kushal Malla. They know that's a strong area of Aravin's. Again, challenging him nicely. This one, just a puff of dust kicking out and maybe keeping a bit low again.
Yes, this is the same pitch that has been used yesterday as well. You can see that puff of dust in front of the keeper though. It definitely stayed low. But it was a good shape by Sompal Kami. He's finding his length now. Both the wickets taken by Sompal Kami.
Slashed away. It's a packed area, but it gets through this time. Kind of cramping Aravind for room, but thanks to the misfield from KC, he will get 4 and get to double figures.
Yes, just bounced in front of him. He had to stay behind, but he tried to come forward. That is why he didn't stop the ball. That goes as a misfield. Easy runs given by Nepal there in that occasion.
Well, this game is bubbling up beautifully, isn't it? Honours very much even thus far in the first 5 overs. Nepal have those 2 wickets, but UAE continue to score freely. And this time, real fortune. It's going to be another boundary, not where Aravind intended it. It races away across the turf to close out the 5th over. It's 45 for 2.
Globe Superhero को साथ 10 किलो दाग अनि ताजा सास Globe Superhero Dabur Herbal Clove Toothpaste जसमा छ लोहानको सुपर पावर यसले दाँतलाई किरा लाग्नबाट बचाउँछ दाँतलाई राख्छ स्वस्थ सफा चम्किलो अनि दिन्छ ताजा सास दाँतको सुपर हिरो
नेपाल टेलिकम को 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ स्पीड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल टेलिकम 4G नै पर्फेक्ट छ स्पीड टेक्नोलोजी कभरेज रिलायबिलिटी अफोर्डेबिलिटी र साथै क्वालिटी र सर्भिसमा पनि नेपाल टेलिकम राष्ट्रको सञ्चार
Maximize your success with Maximax, a complete solution for abroad studies and visa services. For more, maximax.com.
Oh, this time pulled the ball. That's gone all the way for a 6. Asif is dangerous. Let me welcome in the commentary box Sarat. A very good morning, Sarat.
Good morning, Ayush. Good morning to everyone watching this live telecast in Himalaya HD. What a shot that was. Drifted down the leg, Karan Casey. And it went the long way. Starting aggressively here, Asif, after missing out on the early 2 games. And a happy Navami to all the Nippies watching this live telecast here and from abroad. Oh, what a nice crowd we have today. This festive season. It's a holiday all around. You can see clear blue skies, no pollution at all. And the clear Himalayas as well. What a time to play cricket, Ayush.
Well, absolutely. This time, the leg side will easily get that single. 2 key wicket. It was important for Nepal to dominate UAE from the start. But if you look at the run rate that they are playing in, it's 9.87. They are looking at a good run rate. They had lost their wicket, 2 early wickets, but they are trying to capitalize that innings. And Arvind and Asif are building that partnership, building that UAE innings. And Vritya Arvind, this man has been so impressive. Was not part of a UAE team when they played the first game against Nepal in this Tower Honey Nepal T20I Triangular Series. This time a slower one.
Played with soft hands for a single.